Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review. And it is the final show of the marathon transfer window that has been today. Some very interesting deals, some not so interesting deals, some failures, some positives. But yeah, there's still an hour to go, guys. Anything could happen here. So, we just have to see what happens. On the Newcastle front, of course, they have announced Matt Targett as the new left back. We're still waiting word of Dan Burn. We're not sure what's going on with that. I heard medical paperwork, so it could be anything. Hopefully, things will be in place very soon that Newcastle United can announce that within the next hour. But it's Newcastle United. We could anything could happen. Let's just wait and see. On the outgoing, Matty Longstaff looks like he's heading off to Mansfield Town for a loan deal, and Jeff Hendrick is away down to London to play for QPR, which is a very interesting move for him, given that QPR could actually be in the Premier League next season if they keep going the way they are. So, yeah.
Not for long if he's there.
Exactly. Well, yeah, they might go the opposite way if Jeff Hendrick goes into the midfield, but we'll see. But guys, if you do enjoy the final show today, please do hit the like button for us. And if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to consider subscribing. We are so close to getting to 9,000. Even Jade. So close to getting to 9,000. So please do consider that. You can become a member of the Toon Review if you hit the join button, or it is linked in the description below if you can't find the join button. And you can donate to the channel, as many people have done really kindly today to support us, what we've been doing all day. So thank you so much in advance for that. If you want to donate again, you can hit the $sign at the bottom of the live comments and it'll take you through. Martian Leader has sent in a £10 super chat. Been back and forth between both channels since 10 a.m. So thank you everyone for the efforts, chat, etc., and great modding. Indeed. I've had I can't even remember what I've eaten today, to be honest. I had my breakfast. And I think I had 3 bagels halfway through the day.
I've just had a bowl of party food from...
Oh, you lucky bugger. Are you talking little sausages and stuff?
I had some little sausages, little sausage rolls. I had a baby bell. Who doesn't love a baby bell?
Well, who doesn't?
But there were some very questionable pickled onions that I thought I better not risk, you know what I mean? So...
Are we talking through the eye of a needle in the morning if you ate them, Danielle?
Potentially, and I can't take that risk. So.
Oh, no. Dear God, we don't want that. George, thank you for another £20 super chat, mate. You've been very kind today. George, as we know, sits in front of me at the football. Absolutely cracking man, cracking fella. And thanks to all at the Toon Review for a great day of NUFC chat. Still happy with what we have done. Yes, let's get on to that. Last show, World of Sport, got a little bit warm with people's opinions on, have we done enough? Have we not done enough? I think, considering where we've come from, if we look at the start of this window to the end of the window last summer, to where this club is now, to the players that have been linked, not so much signed, but the players that have been linked and the players that have come to the football club, I think we should be very proud of what the owners have done, quite frankly. Now, yes, I still think we're a bit weak up front, but hey-ho, that's the manager's problem, and that's the manager has to deal with that. And Eddie Howe has to get the best out of Chris Wood, which means he may have to change tactics or formation. Now, that is what Eddie Howe is paid the big bucks for, not what we're paid for. That's what a manager's paid for. But we have strengthened in defence massively. We've strengthened in midfield massively. And now we have to move on and think, right, this is it. This is what we've got. This is what we're going to have to support for the rest of the season. They're going to have to give... us as supporters are going to have to give everything we've got, every game, to help them along. Now, our main priority is staying up this season. It's not getting into Europe. It's not finishing in the top 10 or anything like that. It is simply to avoid relegation. And then this club can grow in the summer to what it's, to where we all want it to be. It has to be. And that's where we are aiming for. But the fact of the matter is we have to get out of relegation. And that is the only thing that is bothering me, and the only thing that bothers anybody is that Newcastle United are a Premier League team come the start of next season. Now, I think we will be. I think we will be, it won't be as easy without an out-and-out goal scorer unless Wilson comes back earlier than said. But like I said, that's up to Eddie Howe, and we need to play the players in the proper places and who can score goals. So for me, from where we've come from to where we are now is night and day. Is night and day.
Yeah.
Let's look at, the end of the transfer window in the summer. We were looking at Hamza Chowdhury, right? Now we've signed Bruno in midfield. We've signed Kieran Trippier at right back. We've signed Matt Targett, who was Villa's Player of the Year last season, at left back. We've possibly got Dan Burn coming in. Hopefully he gets announced before the window ends. So as far as I'm concerned, hey-ho. Danielle, I just think it's been a very, very positive window considering what we could have got to. But before you answer that, we've had a few super chats come in. Simon Bacon, thanks for the £5, mate. Been a pleasure watching you all day rather than the bell ends on Sky Sports. Dallas Schwartz, thanks for becoming a new member. Welcome to the Toon Review family, mate. And Michael Marsden, another 80 quid. Wow, absolutely outstanding. Love you to bits, my friend. Thank you so much for your continued support of the channel. Right, Danielle, hit us with the positivity. Hit us with what we're going to expect for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, I'm just a heart on my sleeve person. So I don't deal very well with... Which is
why we love you.
I just don't deal very well with figures and facts and all of that. I just don't, because as much as people tell us, and me head, like say, I don't know what we're going to play Leeds, I went for a loss. Mm-hmm. But normally, if everybody remembers, I always go for a win. I'm overly positive because that's the way I was brought up. Yeah. That regardless of the facts and the figures, you go with what's in there. So that's what I do. Look, don't get us wrong. We're going to have to beg, borrow, and steal wins up until the end of the season. I don't know. For me, there's no other option. I think it's been a great window. I'm really happy compared to previous windows of disappointment, and we couldn't get it over the line and being lied to, and all of that. It's not being perfect. Of course, I would have loved a couple of strikers in, and was the Wood deal questionable? Absolutely, it was, and it potentially affected the ability for us to do other business because of the inflated price on him. But I wouldn't be able to motivate myself to go to games if I didn't believe we could do it. So exactly, I think we'll survive. I might have egg on my face, but hey, you know what? If I have egg on my face, then I've done it with my heart, and that's it.
Luke McGinley, thanks for becoming a new member of the Toon Review, mate. Welcome to the family. Crystal Palace have just signed Jean-Philippe Mateta. Not sure where he's from or where he plays. I've never heard of the bloke, to be honest.
He's been on Palace on loan since the beginning of the season.
Oh, has he? Oh, well, he's obviously signed permanently now. Jade, where do you stand at the minute in the last 2 hours? What's your thoughts?
To be honest, I think some obviously I understand where people are coming from. Where of course we would have loved a striker, but for the last 14 years I've sat on days like this, deflated and not really caring about what was going on. And the guys have came in and then they've tried their best, and you can't knock them for trying. It just hasn't worked out for whatever reason in regards to strikers. Mm-hmm. But the players that we've got in, I do believe, are enough to keep her up. You've got to think of the likes of the draws we had against Man United and Norwich. If we had a solid defence, those wouldn't have happened. We would have been leaked goals and we would have got 3 points. And we have strengthened the defence. We've got 2 fantastic wing backs, full backs, whatever you want to call them. And I honestly believe they're going to bring strength in with Wood. Yeah, I think he does. Maybe it was a panic buy, but I feel like he needs a little bit more time. And then now you've got Target and Trippier coming at him from both ends. Yeah, Maxi's probably not going to cross it in as early as we all want. But you have got the likes of Fraser, and we've got Target now, and you've got Trippier, who are all going to get the balls in. And now that Shelby might have the more freedom to then take his time and pull them balls forward. Bruno's going to strengthen up the entire back. And I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm ecstatic. And I think no matter what happens this season, going forward, we're only going to be good things. I think the likes of getting Bruno in without a relegation clause just shows how much confidence he has and what has been kind of portrayed to him. I don't think he would be here if he didn't think that we were going to stay up and do stuff about it. So I think the players we have, regardless if we have a striker, have enough in them to get out of this situation. Like you said, it is down to Eddie to get them all up for it. And if Wood is going to be our main striker, yes, maybe we have to change, and you might have to go in hard on Maxi and be like, right, listen, I know you're the flair player. We love it when you do that. When it comes off, it's brilliant, but we need you to get more balls in the box. And he needs to drill that in. He needs to be the manager and drill that into Maxi. And unfortunately, if Maxi's not doing the way he wants to, you need to bench him. And I know people probably will disagree with me for that. But if he's not kind of coming into the way we want to play and getting the best out of our only striker, then maybe that's what he needs. It's just, I do get it. Today has been disappointing with kind of Lingard and Ekiteki not kind of coming off, but that's what it is.
That kills you, isn't
it? It's football though. Do you know what I mean? Like, how many times have we had hope killed over the last 14 years? It's nice to have a little bit of hope again. So I'm over the moon, and I think we definitely do have enough to stay up.
Well said. Aaron, thanks for the £4.49. Been here from the beginning. AM here till the end. Great defensive, now great midfield, decent attack. Nowhere better than that took it off the screen. Well, thanks very much. It didn't even let me finish the bloody thing off. Anyway, thank you. Look, I think I never actually thought about Matt Targett on the left now and Kieran Trippier on the right, who can both cross the football, by the way. So maybe we do have the ammunition to fire in. But like I say, we have to play. I mean, to be honest, we don't play in a negative way under Eddie Howe. I think it's just a mindset that's been drilled into this club for so long that when we score, we sit back, we defend. And Eddie Howe really isn't like that, is he? I mean, I think it's just players' mentality sometimes under the previous regime that we score, we sit back, we see the game out, and we haven't had the players in the past for that. But maybe now we have. But I'm not saying we're going to sit, a team, we score and take the lead and we sit back, because I don't think we'll do that. I think slowly but surely Eddie will get that mentality out of the side. And I'm sure having players like Bruno Guimaraes in the middle will accommodate that. We can maybe expand a little bit more, because we've got a good hard tackler of the ball there, but someone that can create as well. And with Shelvey and Joe Linton alongside him, I think, Joe Linton may push forward. He needs to work on his finishing. But hey ho, we've seen him really improve. So for me, Alex, listen, there's 45 minutes left. Anything could happen. But I think if we're going with what we've got now, you've got to be happy, surely.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy. 100%. Very, very happy. I'm not 10 out of 10 happy, but I'm 7 or 8 out of 10 happy. Yeah, it's just the whole conversation we're having about that attacker or striker. I just feel like that's the difference between going into games. I feel like the squad we have now, when we go into a game, I'm thinking we can win. We can try and win, definitely. But I feel like if we got that last player, then I would be going into games thinking, we can probably win this. It's more of a probably. Mm-hmm. That's the only difference.
Not there. Like watching through your fingers.
Yeah, and it's I'm gonna have to be controversial and say I disagree with both of you on ASM about the benching. I agree with the reasons. He needs to cross more. Agree. He needs to be less selfish. He needs to improve that. But if you bench him, so that mock-up lineup they did on World of Sport, if you bench Maxi, Shelvey's the only one with a goal on that starting 11.
No match winner at all, though, is it?
That's ridiculous. You can't bench him. He's got 8 goal contributions. You just can't bench him. And play who? Murphy? You can't. You just can't do that. I'm sorry. I completely agree with the reasoning. 100%. He needs to cross the ball. He needs to learn. You can't put him on the bench. You've got to just try and improve him.
It's a fair point.
I just can't.
Definitely agree, but I don't want the kind of. What worries me is that he's going to get in his head the attitude that he is bigger than Newcastle, because he has to start. And I understand the reasons, because he's probably one of the only ones with an end product in that squad at the moment. Yeah. But I don't want kind of a situation where he's a guaranteed start. And that's why I believe he probably isn't. Not much as he's not trying. It's kind of like he's not maybe doing enough for the team, because he kind of thinks about himself too much. And that is probably the only reason. But I massively agree. I think he is probably the only one, apart from Shelvey, and at the minute, who actually has an end product. when
We're
he
bringing
gets
Bruno
in there.
in. We've brought in he's a pretty magical signing. Hopefully he now doesn't think
Well, like
he's
that. He's a pretty magical signing.
He is
Hell
a
yes,
signing.
baby.
He's very magical. So he's not the big boy anymore, Maxi. There are other players on that pitch that have been there, done that. Trippier's lifted a La Liga trophy, and Bruno was just playing Champions League matches and playing against PSG. There are players on that starting lineup now that are big players. He's not just, he's not looking behind him and looking at Longstaff and Hayden. He's looking at people who have been trophy lifters and playing big games and Champions League games. So I think that'll help with his attitude. But I still think he improved a lot at Leeds. I think he tried a few more crosses and he passed it along a lot more. And that 10-minute spell of selfishness that everybody had a dig at him for, I think he justified it because he spent 60 minutes watching people put it in row Z. And he had a few selfish attempts, and I don't blame him for that.
I think the fact is Maxi is always going to split opinion, and sort of everyone's going to have an opinion of what he should and shouldn't do. But listen, Maxi's never going to change, is he? He's never going to change. He is what he is, and I guess every team needs a flair player. It's up to the rest of the guys around him to sort of realise that. He's going to frustrate the shit out of you for about 60 minutes. But he's also going to give you some wonderful moments. And I think that's what we have to accept, that Maxi is that player. Now, again, it's down to the manager and the coaches to get the very best out of him and to improve him, to get that, final third going. I agree, Alex. He was really good in the second half against Leeds, apart from that pass he should have given to Fraser. But he didn't. But that's the kind of thing that
it was an identical situation where he gave it him again.
Yeah, well, Fraser had cramp
wide.
then. He couldn't even kick his own nuts by then. But Billy, I mean, he is going to divide. But if he's got Matt Target bombing down the left, maybe that's an option there, because we saw Manquillo bomb down the left against Leeds, and that kind of played to Maxi's strengths in a way. So
absolutely,
if we've got a
Target's
bit of pace
putting
on that
in
side.
just under 3 crosses per 90.
He's also very solid defensively, so Maxi hasn't got as much urge to track back as what he would have done with a Matt Ritchie behind him, for instance.
Yeah.
But first, I want to say to the owners, thank you very much for putting your money where your mouth is, for trying your damned hardest to get these players in. They've been shithoused by a few clubs, but they haven't been held to ransom. They've shown they're strong financially and with a fair brain too. We've been hamstrung, I believe, by the Chris Wood deal. I do believe we've been hamstrung by it, paying £25 million for him. It's not worth that money at all. We know that. But we needed a striker to come in and play the Watford game, especially. And it's just a case now of the manager, and it is down to the manager, getting a system where we can get the best out of the man up front, because he's the man who's in the side to score goals. If we can do that, we will stay up easily. It's much easier for us to do that. If we can get a goal ahead now, we have a midfield 3 that's got proper ball retention amongst them. No need to shit themselves and drop into a back 7. And I believe if we can get the goals out of Wood, we'll stop up no danger. And I think with Maximan in this team, he's our only match winner, really. He's our maverick, the only person that's got a bit of sexability about him, let's say.
Oh, Billy.
Let's get him in the game more and more and more, and let's get him providing, and let's get the goals.
Yeah.
And because if we do that, we're going to.
You see Bruno. He's got some.
We're not going to concede. And also,
feet.
and Bruno's got the tricks too, and the passing and fantastic passing ability. So we're going to see a much better style of football. Just a case of putting the ball in the net now and get 1 or 2. I think we can defend that anyway with the defender we've got.
Yeah, fair enough.
A great window.
Yeah, Dave Emerson says, every time I hear COVID-19, I expect to hear Sunderland 0 at the end of it. Quality. Yes, in a perfect world, we are lacking another striker and an attacking midfielder, but I think some people are forgetting our current league position, spending power or not. And that was always going to be,
that's
Daniela,
not the reason
problem.
We didn't get one.
Yeah.
It was just people blocking bids and players.
There was a lot of listen. There's a lot of shithousery gone on, especially with Manchester United. Elliot Anderson, by the way, has confirmed his loan move to Bristol Rovers on a loan deal till the end of the season. So good luck to Elliot Anderson. I think he'll do really well down there. I'd love to see him in the team at some point.
As long as Joey Barton doesn't teach him to kick out and get red cards, he'll be fine.
Joey Barton was a very responsible footballer, Barry. I don't know what you're talking about.
I didn't say anything.
Who said it?
Statto.
It was me.
Oh, Jesus Christ! I'm hearing different voices in my head now. It's been a long day. Sorry. Jesus.
Apart from the normal voices.
Yeah, all right. Jesus. Top window, absolute bellends messaging owners. Oh, they're not messaging the owners on Twitter, are they?
Oh, they probably have been.
Probably.
It wouldn't surprise
It's
me.
Yeah,
just
I
not
think
proper
so.
support. I'm sorry. If you're, think about where the clubs come from, for Christ's sake. Honestly, that really pisses me off. Always look forward to the show with the Rise intro, says Tom. Thank you. Game over. 5 out of 11 of the first team have changed since the 1st of January 22. 5 out of the 10 of the outfield players halfway to having a new starting 11. We are. And let's face it, we did say, well, I did, that we needed to change half the team come January. And we've done that, Jade.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've strengthened where I think we're weak as minus the striker. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little bit worried about Dan Burn. I would like an announcement sooner rather than later, and I think I feel a lot more comfortable about the situation. Because I'm not looking forward, because I think, honestly, if we don't get Dan Burn in and we have to have either Sean Lascelles or Lascelles Clark, I don't want anyone to think about it, to be honest.
To be fair, we've got, people forget, we've still got Fernandez. And
it's
I know
very true. I don't know when he's due back though. He's
training now. He's back training.
In training, yeah.
Cool.
So for
I
me,
do
the
actually
best
forget
two
about
centre-backs,
because they just sack him off all the time.
But the best two centre backs are Shah and Shah
He won't play
Fernandez.
those, will they? Because he won't. Because it's like at the end of the day, he's not going to drop the club captain. Because if that was the case, why would you wouldn't have him as captain? You either change the captaincy and give it a Trippier or someone else, and then drop him. But you're not dropping your club captain, unfortunately, regardless of what we think. I don't think Eddie Howe's going to do that.
Needs to take the captain's armband off him. Give it to Trippier.
Yeah.
He might be injured in the next game anyway. We don't know if he's going to be fit, do we, for the next game? So that gives them an excuse to take off him and not give it back to him.
Everyone plays fair.
Yeah, because then if we win that game with a new centre back pairing, then he justifies not changing it, and then we can hopefully that's how it'll work out.
Yeah.
When is Willock back? I believe he's fit now.
He's not injured. I know he looks injured sometimes when he's playing, but he's not.
Yeah, and let's not forget, we've still got him, and we know how he can play. He's had a bad start of the season, it's fair enough to say, but he could come good as well. So,
no. Breaking news. Newcastle paused to seal last-minute deal for Everton's Alex Iwobi. Deal structured as loan with option to buy. No detail on if obligation to buy as yet. Deal likely to go through.
I don't know about that. Is that on Sky?
No, it's on Twitter.
I didn't know what you were going to say, Billy. To be honest, when you said breaking news, I was like, "Oh my god!"
I was like, "You dare tell me that Dan Burns failed his medical?"
I was expecting that as well, but I'm expecting my phone to ping any minute on bloody Dan Burn.
I mean, Lee Ryder's said he's failed it.
Consultants at Reuters and being Sport, so he might be a reliable source.
He's a long boy. It might take a while to get through each part of his body.
Actually, Woby, crikey. Still, the body to the door.
Well, it is. It strengthens the squad, I guess.
Is he better than Murphy, like in today's world?
It's hard to say. I don't know. I think he can be with some good coaching.
How old is Iwobi now? He's 25, nearly 26. Okay. His stats are all right. They're not great. He's fairly energetic, good pass completion rate. He's a bit dribbly, but he's really not got much of an end product on those stats at all in terms of like key passes, through balls, goals, assists. There's nothing there really.
Listen, I mean, it doesn't. It's not. Again, it's not a big inspiring signing. However,
it's better than Gale, though, isn't it?
I wouldn't say he's better than Fraser.
No.
It might be a load of bollocks. All the Everton fans are kind of saying, do the deal immediately. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, they want rid.
That's not usually.
I mean, he has took a lot of hammers since he got the deal, since he got the gig at Everton. I think he hasn't really done as he had a lot of promise at Arsenal. I think then Arsenal decided he wasn't going to make the grade, and then they've shipped him off, and everyone's just getting shipped off. Majestic Pillow says we just need to cross the ball to Wood's forehead.
Are you ready?
Go on.
So your sponsor, can you get Paul and Billy to bring some giggles and boost their positivity by doing their Zippy and George impression?
I love this.
We're going in, Zippy.
George, we're going to get more players into the door.
I don't know if we can do anything more than this, Zippy.
I'm telling Jeffrey. I don't know where Jeffrey's gone. Oh, he's the ginger twat in the bottom corner.
Oh,
No, that's Bungle, silly. It's Bungle down the bottom corner with the ginger.
I know that, but he's a bit of an idiot in there.
There we go.
What's
is
with
the
the
world
hand?
coming to? He always does that. He always taps his chin, man.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Zippy always does that.
Playing with the ring on the side of his mouth with the zippies.
Yeah. But he's always like, ah! Anyway. I think we are giving Wood a hard time. End of the day, we need to change our formation to facilitate how we want to score. Otherwise, why bother getting them? Well, many people have different opinions on why we're getting them.
That's a great question. Why bother getting them? I've got to say.
I mean,
Iwobi's best 3 stats are hilarious. His best 3 stats are yellow cards, nutmegs, and passes that have gone out of bounds. How?
I wonder why Everton got one in.
Listen, Billy, where's that? No. Who's reported that on Twitter?
This is from, I've lost it now, but he was a sports correspondent for The Economist, Reuters, and beIN Sports. Might be a load of bollocks, obviously, but
I'm seeing nothing. I've heard nothing.
Roger Razul.
Who?
Roger Razul, head of Sports Economist, consultancy for Reuters and beIN Sports.
Was Razul not the weird thing out of Ghostbusters?
Followed by Sports Trader, TMG 1892, and 18 others you follow. He's also a hedgehog conservationist.
Oh, so he's obviously dead canny as well, then, if he likes hedgehogs.
Oh, God.
So it's got to that stage of the evening now where we're relying on hedgehog economists or whatever it is to fill us with. Yeah.
All the good people have gone home. Hey, Sky have finally got a decent pundit on. Shay Given's on.
Oh,
yeah. Very, very strange. Sorry?
What, sorry?
How was your pizza?
I didn't eat it. I'm going to save it for tomorrow morning for breakfast.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, whack it in the microwave. A bit of breakfast pizza. Why not?
Yeah. Anthony says the coverage across the channels today has been brilliant. Johnny says, I wish Billy was my dad.
Oh.
I might be.
Oh my God. I love me about you, Billy. You never know what's coming out next.
Honestly, God almighty. God. Well done, you lot, for the time and effort you've all put in. Thank you very much. It could be Willock suffers from SAD and will come good in the second half of the season. Is that sort of
seasonal disorder?
Something, yeah, interesting. I don't know why, but
again, I think it's a clinging to hope, isn't it? We've just got to hope. Never know.
Dan says way too much negativity. We could only dream of these signings last year.
Exactly.
Well said. Alex, thank you for the $5 super chat. And he says, please announce Santiago Munez.
We would all like to announce Santiago Munez.
Yeah.
We'd all love to know where he is.
Is he real?
Yeah.
Does he exist?
Or is he just one of those figures from that TV show on Apple TV? Why can't I remember what it's called? Coach. Come on, guys. Help me out here. My mind's gone blank. The really funny one.
I know the one you mean, but I can't remember what it's called.
Oh,
on where?
Gone blank. On Apple
Ted
TV.
Lasso?
Ted Lasso, that's it.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it's hilarious. You need to watch it. It's one of the funniest things ever. I'm telling you, it's brilliant. You'd want him as your manager when you listen to him talk. He's fantastic.
Well, according to Ian, Berners passed his medical, just needs to sign the paper.
How long does it take? Sign.
Well, you've seen how tall he is. It must take him an age to get done.
And he's only got 2 fingers. So how does he hold the pen?
Oh, Billy!
You said 3 earlier. He's losing fingers by the hour.
I know. Has he got 2? Has he got 3? Who the hell knows?
2 fingers and a thumb.
You had to
digits.
take it
Maybe
there,
that's
didn't
why
you,
the
Billy?
medical's taking
I
so
love
long.
it.
Could be.
Couldn't sign his contract. The pen kept slipping. Terrible. Terrible.
Might be able to
Sadly,
spell his name.
The window's gone a little flat. Get burned announced and some exits.
Well, the exits we tried and they refused to go, didn't they? Clark
They just
refused to
didn't want to
go.
leave.
Lewis refused to go. Did Hendrick
find
actually
that-
go in the end?
I find
Uh,
that
he's-
really hard to get my head around. Like you've pretty much been told that you're not gonna play football for Newcastle again this season, and you've turned down a loan, and that just shows how bad Birmingham are. Really, I guess you wouldn't want to go and live there for a couple of months, but
Well, Middlesbrough as well, really. I mean, if you're
Yeah,
Clark
exactly.
or Jamal Lewis, you're thinking, hang on a minute. Where would I
I'd
rather
rather
be?
sit
When's Clark's contract up?
Well,
Soon enough.
If
Yeah.
if it's up in the summer, I'd rip it up. The fact that he's,
Well, then again,
he's refused a
you
loan
know-
move away, I'd just rip it up. I'd say get out.
under the previous regime,
After-
we'd probably
after
give him a
his errors.
10-year contract.
100%.
I was willing to stay on board after he got subbed on against Leeds and he did okay, and then after trying to punch somebody in a friendly out in Saudi Arabia, and then refusing the loan move, he just needs to rip his contract up. I'm sorry, it's just not good enough. just
Joey, I
gonna
think
sit
you've
there
had
and
too
take-
much to drink tonight, matey.
I'm
Belly says
disgusting.
Dan Burnfield medical deal off.
Oh, I don't think that's true.
That's not
Let's-
confirmed.
We've got what? 26 minutes to go before Big Ben chimes at
How
11
do we know
o'clock.
it's not done, though? How do we know?
It might be done. I mean, BBC is saying that Dan Burn sounds to be close. Could also be added soon, so they're not saying it's not. And also, I've seen that I think the Sun are reporting it as done. I know we never believe anything in the Sun, but
I mean, we don't have to announce it for it to be
No.
done. We could
No,
just
of course
not
not.
say anything for a while.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it's done, there's no pressure on them to announce it. It would just calm our nerves a little bit,
It
I
would
guess.
just be
but-
nice for
Perhaps
someone
they
to let me
literally haven't
know.
got a shirt to fit him. Maybe that is what it is. They haven't got a shirt to fit him. Could well be that, couldn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess. I mean, if he's 6'7", how big a shirt is he going to need? Because he'll not fit in a 5XL Castori. I'm telling you now.
You've complained many a time about wearing
Hell's
Newcastle
teeth.
crop tops.
Listen, it cuts my circulation off. You know, and I suddenly turn into Dale Winton with a freaking crop top on when I wear the big. It just doesn't fit you, man. It's like, hello, Sebastian's Hair Emporium. You know, it just doesn't bloody work, man. So if we're expecting a 6'7" blokey to fit into a bloody Castoria shirt,
Could
it's
be.
not going to happen.
They're
Anyway,
getting one specially made for him, aren't they?
well, clearly
Could
they
be.
must have to because he's not going to fit in one, is he? Todd Fischel, thanks for another $5, matey. I feel like we did damage control and didn't sign a lot of players, so our new manager can make his team. Not a good sight. Listen, Todd, chill your boots over there in the States, right? You
I
could have
thought that
my
was
problem.
it there, but it's the Elliot Anderson thing from Newcastle United. They've just tweeted. I thought that was
Yeah.
it. No, it's not.
It was currently shown on Sky Sports News. The reporter outside the Etihad Stadium, he's been busy today. Wow, can you imagine that? You know, when Man City have already said that it's very unlikely they're going to bring anybody in, and you get the call from Sky saying you're reporting at the Etihad. You're going to be cold all day. Listen, I mean, hey, I've just thought, Billy, that Dan Burn shit, that could be true. You know, I mean,
Could be, couldn't it?
you know, when you think about how big those Castorias are, I mean, you know. By the way, I didn't mean any disrespect to anybody called Sebastian who has a hair emporium. I'm just saying it's one of those things in life, I guess, you know. The deadline could be 1 a.m. depending on if an agreement at club level is placed. You can get a 2-hour extension to submit the required paperwork. Indeed, I just hope it's not. I just
23
hope that
minutes to do
paperwork's
that.
not for- Well, yeah, but
No, it's not 23 minutes. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, isn't it, with special dispensation.
I
So
don't
let's-
want it to be a whoopee.
It needs
No,
to be
we don't need a
agreed
Warby.
before the, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't need him though.
So
do
they
we?
need to agree it in 23 minutes.
Christopher with his dad joke of the night. Don't worry, I'm sure Wood can rise to the occasion. Let's have a look at some of the comments coming in. Pity we couldn't get rid of Clark. Always do enjoy Paul. Love you, mate. I'm joining on payday. Friday, by the way. No problems, Bri. Good to see Original Jade back. That's what they're calling you now, Original Jade.
I've been called worse, so I'll take that.
Well, that's true. Living Man says, which new signing do you think is exciting enough to get us off our seats? Alex.
Bruno. 100% Bruno. I mean, we haven't talked about Bruno for a while, have we? Let's talk about Bruno. He's got 3.67 tackles per 90.
I knew you were going to start singing that straight away. Let's talk about Bruno.
He's just an absolute monster. He's attempts 76 passes per 90. Which, who was it we were checking earlier? Willock doing 23 per 90. Yeah, he's nearly tripling Joe Willock's passes per 90. That just speaks for itself. And he's playing in exactly the same position that Willock's been put in that little left centre mid role. Yeah. Same position, triple the passes attempted. That's insane. And the completion rate, again, is incredible, 87.7%. Considering he's constantly being pressed when he's on the ball. He's press resistant as well. It's pressures per 90, 23 pressures per 90, sat in that deep role. He is just a terrier that just never stops running. I'm excited to see his engine next to Joe Linton. It's going to be incredible.
All right, Alex.
They're just going to run around.
You want to see?
It's going to be amazing.
I love this, mate. Go on, Alex. Keep going.
There's going to be little. You know in the stunt planes when they've got the smoke, the coloured smoke. We're going to have the Brazilian flag colours coming out the back of Joe Linton and Bruno as they're scuttling around the midfield because they've just got so much energy. It's going to be great.
Alex,
and the great thing about that as well, though, if you think about it, ASM won't have to do as much cover, trying to do as much cover. It will win the ball higher up in the pitch, which makes us more dangerous and will help us create more chances, which we've been failing to do because we've been sitting too deep and asking ASM to run from his own box and try and get into the opposition's half. So this signing, like we've mentioned how many times, strengthens our defence, but not only that, it actually helps our attacking players to actually just do some attacking for a change. So
100% right. When ASM's running up that wing with the ball, and he's got Target over his left shoulder and Bruno there, that is night and day different to what he's been seeing behind him in recent weeks. It's so much better.
John says Everton have had a good window, in my opinion. That's the best business so far. We needed a centre back. Didn't get one. We needed a forward. Looks like that's not happening. Disappointed. Listen, Everton can kiss my rear end. Right?
What do they do when Decore and Delph come back there? They're going to have like 20 midfielders.
They'll go for some chachan or Coke. Christopher loves pickled onions. Just putting it out
Not
there.
The ones in my fridge, you wouldn't, I tell you. Oh, rotten.
Good on you, Christopher.
Are Jade and Danielle still friends? Yes, they are.
Oh, it's not personal, man. Honestly, it's not personal.
Opinions. It's opinions, and that's what counts. Liam says he watched us since I woke up. Okay.
It's a bit confusing. I was like, oh, what have I done to Danielle? And I was like, I'm going to have to change my name. I'll have to think of something cool.
I have to think of something cool.
Yeah, I'll get back to you on that.
You do realise,
so canny, man.
Jade, you've said that with like nearly 1,700 people watching the show. There is going to be comments with.
Well, actually, I'm not going to open that up for.
Too late. Can open worms literally everywhere. Yeah.
Remember, I'm sensitive.
I know. Get our. People treat the owners absolute weapons. How many decent strikers are normally available in the January window? Nil. Elliot Anderson confirmed by the scum, says Annie.
Annie. Oh,
that's a good player down in Bristol.
Have Bristol City done any business today by any chance? I haven't seen much.
I don't think I've seen any, to be fair.
Have they got any games against each other for the rest of the season?
They're not the
different
same
leagues, aren't they? Different
They're
leagues.
not in the same league. Is one champ, one League One?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd have been funny if he scored against Bristol City, wouldn't it?
I think they plan to come outside Ashton Gate illegally parked. That's their business today.
Oh, poor Annie. Let's not forget, we've dropped 21 points from winning positions this season. The solid defence signing should solve that. Yeah, that's a good point.
And the
as
midfield.
well.
And the midfield, retention of the ball. It's a massive thing.
It
We
all,
don't do it.
It all
We're gonna do it
folds
now.
into one, doesn't it? If you can't keep the ball up front, you're going to have the ball in our box more than what's going to be in the opposition's box. Therefore, you're going to concede more goals. Bruno is going to help stop that. It's not just about strengthening the centre-back position. It's always about getting a defensive midfielder as well.
That's
And we've done
Guardiola,
that.
though.
So let's just see what happens against Everton now. It's going to be very interesting.
The bottom line is, look, we're stronger than what we were.
Exactly. Massively stronger.
It's going to be weird watching us have the ball.
I know.
And it's going to be fantastic watching Bruno fly in and break Danny Van. Can you imagine, right? First 5 minutes of the game against Everton, okay?
Brazilian
the crowd are
sandwich.
up for it. There's a 50-50 ball in the middle of the park, right? 3 players go in for it. Dele Alli, Van der Beek, and our good friend Bruno. Bruno goes in, wins the ball, but snaps Van der Beek and Dele Alli in half, and they've both got to go off injured. I mean, that would just be a dream situation. Because I then turn around to the Scouts Mackhams and I would windmill the fuckers. Because, you know, they deserve that. Because
Any kind of excuse.
Just a public announcement on both our channels. We do condone violence in any sort, in any form. So please extract those comments, Paul.
I'd prefer he just skip past them and scored, to be fair. But...
Public announcement. I love that.
I retract the statement. Anyway, Spanish Dad says Hendrik the QPR is the best deal of the window. Who would Jeff? Honestly.
Happy birthday, Jeff, again.
Yeah. It's mine in just over an hour. I'm 32, you know.
It is.
And the rest.
Dean says, spot on, Paul, with the opening monologue. Thank you very much. I felt it had to be done. You know, and it wasn't scripted, you know. So
nothing's ever scripted on our channels.
Well, Christ, can you imagine trying to script our shows? Bloody hell. No chance. I'd make a rat's ass of it within 2 minutes, man. That's why you just go with the flow. Exactly. Although I think Statman Alex could probably write me a decent script. But then I'd have to talk about figures and stats and stuff. But
I'd have to write Geordie in the script, and I don't know how to spell Geordie. I don't mean the word Geordie. I mean words that are said in the Geordie app. Just to clarify, I can spell one word.
Did you see the sheer silence when he said, I can't spell Geordie?
I know, I was just like, really?
Sam Martin, thanks for the $8.99 New Zealand dollar. Is there any chance the Dan Burn deal has gone down the shitter? No.
Wait there, we've got a video.
Have we?
Oh, there he is.
Dan Burn.
They've put the fire. I can't see his face. Yeah, there he is. He's in Newcastle, lads. Yay! Smiling, he's there, boss.
There he is.
There he is.
Billy, he's found his shirt long enough.
Yay!
I don't know if that is long enough, to be honest. It looks a bit... it just comes to sort of above his... Oh, look at the smile on his face.
We've got a lot of people watching. For the sake of Paul, we can all get Twitter people together and you can all tweet Dan Burn and ask him what size shirt is he wearing.
Look at how baggy that is on him. How does he get a baggy Castorian shirt?
Oh my God, they're actually paying Burn Baby Burn over the video.
They are.
Burn Baby Burn, disco and burn, burn Baby. Anything for a song, guys. Come on. Billy, get the guitar out. It's time.
See, they only show one hand, though.
You see, the problem is with that
Billy!
song. Oh, God. The only problem with that song is every time I hear it, I just think of Keith Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Phoenix Nights.
Phoenix Night.
Yeah, but now you have to think of Dan Burn, who, by the way, look at that. It's not even skin tight on him. How did I do that?
I'm checking my washing line. They've been round here and nicked my shirt off the washing line.
I'll tell you what, I'm putting I am putting the... Right, tomorrow morning, I am writing a very strong-worded letter to Castori and saying,
Don't play that, guys. Copyright.
Baz!
Sorry. Hey, you can talk. You were bloody doing it on mine.
No, it's really cool that they've got, like, I'm coming home, Newcastle, in the back of his thing as well. That's nice. Nice touch.
Yeah, that's a good
Listen,
video.
Tomorrow morning will be a strongly
worded
Castori asking how the hell you've managed to get a 6'7" guy, right, into a 5XL shirt when I am 6'5" and I look like a bloody hairdresser. Which, by the way, is very tight over the nipular area as well, and it looks like I could sink the goddamn Titanic.
The nipular area. That's
Unbelievable shit, man.
He looks happy though. To be fair, doesn't he?
He does look very
Absolutely.
happy.
I bet he does because his shirt fits over the nipular area.
He's got no nipple burn going on right now. He's happy.
Nipple burn. I tell you what, I have to soothe mine in E45 cream for an hour after I've had a
Oh my
story
God,
on.
TMI.
It's finally on Sky as well. Newcastle signed Dan Burn.
Yes, Dan.
And look how happy that's made everybody. You see, it's just amazing quote says, Paul, you're the man. Love watching you, brother. No idea why. I'm just an idiot. Toon Dave says everyone has
left. Who again?
Sorry? Wouldn't it be mint if just the cameras panned at St James's Park and out walks as a patter?
God, don't. My heart can't handle
Hey! That's not fair.
Toon Dave says everyone has their opinions and it's such a divisive subject when it's our team. I do think, though, if we'd said before the window we'd have an England and Brazilian international, I would have choked.
Just ask John about that.
Oh.
It's well past the threshold, guys.
I don't care. It's my channel, Baz. Not your despicable, dirty, bloody 50 Shades of Grey world of sport.
50 Shades of Grey.
Shades of sport.
Johnny Riff says, if you also said we'd sign a striker who's got double figures in the Premiership in the last 4 seasons, also Niue, have we not learned to give people a chance? Exactly. Is that my sponsor telling me off?
Yes, it is.
I believe it is.
Deservedly.
We are going to give him a chance. We're just a little bit apprehensive about it. We hope.
Listen, right, here you go.
The problem is,
he's going to score a hat-trick
2
against Everton.
And he's going to go 2 years to wait like we did with Joe Linton.
Well, yeah, I know. But he'll score a hat-trick and he'll come climbing over the boards, walk up to me and go, in your face, motherfucker. All right? And I really hope he does that. And I'll shake his hand. And then I'll also say, can you ask Dan Burn how the hell he's got a Castoria top that freaking fits him? I have a real problem with that right now.
Oh. You wouldn't never have guessed.
Billy, it's sizist, mate. It's against us bigger fellas, right? That they can find a shirt to fit a 6'7" man.
Has he got a Twitter? Let's tweet him.
I don't think he does. I tried to find him before.
I'm absolutely horrified. I can't believe how baggy that was on him. I mean, I know I'm a bit more rounded than Dan Burn, but that's not the point. You know, I have to wear old shirts because I have to call the fire brigade to put me nipples out. It's unbelievable, man. Will says supporting the Toon review from Singapore. Thank you very much. Chris totally agrees with me, but I've got no idea what. Majestic Pillow says, make no mistake, without a takeover, we would have been down this season.
God, can you imagine?
Yeah. Already.
I don't think we would have. Do you think we would have had a point yet?
Do you think Bruce would still be in the job?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, 100%. Because he'll have been the man to bring us back. Alex E, thanks for your $5 super chat, buddy. This team actually looks pretty decent now on paper. Dan Burn is a unit. He is indeed, who also gets a Castoria top to fit him. Stephen says, we are also up against Premier League teams who dislike us and we have to rise. United above them. We were told we would not sign anybody because it's Newcastle. That's a good point.
Absolutely.
I've
got an idea for you, Paul.
Oh.
I've seen it at every stadium this year. You get a big bit of cardboard and put, when he goes to the game, Dan Burn, please can I have your shirt? And hold it up.
That's a good idea, Billy.
I'll give you 20 quid if you do that. I'll give you 20 quid if you do that.
Graham says, Paul, have you just agreed to being fat? Look, I'm not fat. I'm big boned and rounded, right? I'm 6'5", ex-ice hockey player, and Castoria decided to make me a fucking crop top. So I have a right to be angry.
I've got to say, moving on from the Castoria top before you get more angry, I've just got to say, like, mass respect to Brighton, like their fans and the club have been fantastic with this Burn deal. They've just tweeted there saying, like, go and smash it at your boy Hood and stuff. It's just really nice to see two clubs not
no salt.
Yeah, no salt for a change, and it's lovely to see. So massive respect to Brighton.
You've reminded me, actually. I want to apologise to Matt Targett because when he got all of his release in pictures and statements, we were all ignoring that because we were panicking about other things. So when he signed, I don't think any of us really looked at the
Yeah, but to be fair though, Alex, Castoria didn't have to go and make him a special top just to release a fucking photo of him.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
Let's be fair. Me, Dad, welcome and thank you for the work you've done today. One last surprise, we've got a 1 a.m. extension. Stay tuned, Toon Army. I know nothing about that.
I swear to God, if they announce somebody after we've finished all the shows,
imagine that.
Well, I guess I'd have to go live at 1 o'clock in the morning. I mean, Baz will be awake. He never sleeps anymore. So, Karia says this is his team against Everton: Dubravka, Target, Byrne, Shah, Trippier, Joelinton, Shelby, Krameres, ASM, Wood, and Almiron.
Oh.
Paul. And who's watching his message saying, who did you play ice hockey for?
Durham and Whitley Bay.
Oh, he played for Whitley Bay as well, did he? Do you know John Douglas by any chance?
I've heard the name.
He played for Whitley Bay. I played cricket with him, that's all.
It might have been after I'd retired, after I got sort of metal stuff in my head. The good thing about Dan Byrne is, as Ian said there, I mean, can you imagine how dangerous he's going to be on set pieces? You know, Trippier whipping in the ball from a corner or a free kick, and there you go. Boom, get in, son.
Didn't he have to jump?
Or Dan Byrne can now win a ball and it bounces loose, and there's Chris Wood firing in the rebound. It's coming, guys.
Did you know Chalky?
Chalky, yes, I did.
There you
go. Geordie Riff.
It's like a freeway conversation, isn't it? It's great.
You keep putting me off, Barry. Shut up. Shut up. Geordie Riffs. Oh my God. Nipple merch incoming.
Yes.
How?
That'd be amazing.
I love it.
Billy, I am not wearing nipple clamps for anybody, and I am not going to bring out nipple clamp merchandise. I mean, that would just be wrong in every single bloody way.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, so...
Oh, yeah. Hey, lovers. Toon Review has just brought out some fantastic nipple clamps. And it has the logo on both nipples, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. I may as well start bringing out edible thongs as well. You know what I mean? Or you can just eat the logo. Jesus Christ. Stato, how many goals has Chris Wood scored against Everton?
I don't know. I got to get all of those words out of my head first. Hang on. What were we doing? Chris Wood scoring against Everton.
Chris Wood wearing nipple clamps.
That's why Jesse's above.
Please don't Google
that. Right, Chris Wood against Everton specifically.
5 minutes to go in the transfer window, guys. 5 minutes to go. I've got no idea where this show's going. Colin says, Paul, you're gold right now.
He is.
Gold.
Always believe in your soul. I got a Castoria double XL from the club shop, and it was so tight, it felt like it would be still too small for my 13-year-old. Thank you, Peter Griffin. I know it's not your real name, but thank you very much. And I'd just like to... Yeah. I'm very annoyed about that. I paid a lot of money for that Castoria top, you know. I mean... I could have just got an old Newcastle top and cut it off halfway under my chest, and it would have fit just like the Castoria one does. Honestly, I'm really peeved. I need to get in touch with Dan Byrne.
Did you not think you might have been faulty and took you back?
Well, no, but I will be tomorrow, Billy, because I'll be going to Castoria and saying, "Oh, how the hell did you get Dan Byrne a top like that?" And I have to walk around like a friggin' hairdresser. I may as well drive a friggin' Volkswagen Beetle.
Do you know what I keep managing? Do you ever watch Benidorm?
Oh, shut up, Barry.
No,
you can let... No.
Somebody get a photo, quick.
I'm on it.
Paul, you might have the XXL kids top. I haven't, because I've got the 5XL adult, and it's too small. And by the way, many Newcastle United fans have commented on this over the last few months since the story started.
I agree.
It's just... Terry wants to know, has Jade missed Paul's rants? Well, she hasn't missed them because she still watched it.
Yes, I see them every time.
You can piss off, Barry.
Kenneth, that's it, Kenneth.
Crassus Nasta says, Paul, a few more 6 a.m. poos and that Castoria top would be hanging off you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That is terrible. I mean, where your imagination's going with that, I've no idea. Paul, chill, mate. You'll look great with your Castoria boob tube. Hey! Geordie Riffs, boob tubes as well. You may as well get on that and all. I'm sure we could design a boob tube, whatever they are. Colin says 6'7" and 6'4". Wow. Come defenders, especially set pieces. Indeed. Neil says, us tall people need to rebel, Paul. It's a mockery of a sham and a sham of a mockery. Darren says, listen, it is a sham of a mockery. I mean, Danielle, have you got a Castoria shirt?
Not a real one.
Oh, so you get yours made by a 2-year-old Chinese child in Bangkok. Fair enough. Jade, have you got one?
I do, yes, and I had to go 2 sizes up.
Thank you.
That's
it was
terrible, that, you know.
It was 2 sizes, and I honestly made us feel like shit. It was like, surely not. But then I did see a lot of people saying like, go up a size, and I was like, oh, I'll go up 1 size. Still wasn't a comfortable fit, at least. So I had to go up 2, and that's a bit baggier, but yeah, they're not the best of fits.
Yeah. See, there you go.
I'm there with you.
I mean, it's no point asking Barry because he bought it from somewhere.
I know I do actually have a Castoria one.
By the way, I do apologise.
For my birthday.
Chinese children do not live in Bangkok because that's Thailand, so I do apologise. I got that completely wrong.
So I do actually have a real one of these ones with 40 on the back, and it is a tight fit, to be fair.
Indeed. Wacky says, Paul's not fat, he's athletically challenged.
I found the Chris Wood stuff, by the way.
Hit me.
He scored 2 against Everton as a Burnley player. He got 1 header and 1 right-footed shot. He didn't score against Everton while he played for Leeds. He did score 1 in the 2014-15 season for Leicester against Everton in a right-footed shot. So I couldn't even remember he was at Leicester. But so he scored 3 goals in his career against Everton total.
In how many games?
Quite a lot.
Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Jesus Christ, I'm on 1 minute 10 seconds.
I'm on 45 seconds. How far are you?
12.
Thank God for that. For how many months?
Paul, Anne's asked, can we please have Paul's song from yesterday that was so very funny? I don't know which song it was. I missed
Baby Shark.
Is it a Baby Shark one?
Oh, what a shame. I haven't got that uploaded to the Toon review, but never mind.
Oh, do you know what it is, though? I've actually got it as a short.
Baby Shark.
This is what January's like. I'm bloody dreading this one.
I know. How long will it go?
Merdad's tweet's lovely about Dan Burn.
I know, it's lovely.
Some dreams are meant to be. Welcome back to where it all started.
I love Merdad.
Mercedes is happy with the window, you see.
Even Shearer retweeted Dan Burn as well. It's lovely.
That's a very interesting name. Snipe Lou Raptor. Is that some kind of dinosaur? Is Target a loan to buy? Indeed he is. He needs to start wearing a hat. It's cold up Everest.
I thought that was just a flat loan. Have I got that wrong?
I'm sure it's with a view to buy.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was.
Okay, I give an extra point to the window then if that's true, because I was working under the assumption it was only a loan. So if that's loan to buy, great. That's
yeah. Yes, loan to buy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, extra point on the window then. That's good.
Yeah.
So 9.5 out of 10.
Fantastic. Just 2 seconds. I have a daughter at the door.
Oof. So yeah, please subscribe to both channels. There we go, Paul. I helped out.
Thank you. There you go. That's the kind of shirts we're talking about for Castoria to fit somebody that's 6'5". I don't know how many X's that is. I can't really see this time of night, but never mind.
Do we know how long the Castoria deal is for?
Good question. I don't. It was only just signed, wasn't it, recently? So
yeah, unfortunately, I think it was. Anyone got a violin for Paul? Says Julie. Thanks, son. I love how sympathetic everybody are sometimes for me. It really brings warmth to my heart. Paul, are you taller when you lay down? Just asking.
To be fair, I'm 6'7" when I lie down.
I'm offended by that. That's why we delayed the unveiling of Dan Burn making a new shirt. Well, it's clearly right. George says, are the Toon Review shirts going to be made by Castore? Absolutely not. They're going to be made by a company who respects the larger people in life.
Giacomo.
Yeah. That's not a bad shout, Billy. I'll be emailing them first thing in the morning.
Brilliant. Because Castore, you'd be pricing everyone out of them.
Well, that's very true. Yeah. We are so lucky to have such great, nice owners that actually care.
Yes.
Paul, I'm hearing
it's Joe Willock's only fan.
Yeah.
No, it's meant to be number one fan, but
Paul, I'm hearing Castore have a new shirt size. SM for small marquee. Should fit you. I love my subscribers. They're lovely people. We still have players we need to loan out. We aren't down to 25 yet.
Jesus Christ.
I think the loan window goes on for another 2 weeks, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's still a possibility of another 2 loans, isn't there? Because we've only got 1.
Indeed. Neil says he's 6'5" and he's got a 4XL. It's like wearing a sports bra. I feel your pain, son. I feel your pain, Neil.
Poor bugger.
Exactly. I mean, think of the nipple rashes he gets. I love watching ice hockey. Minnesota Wild, says Wayne. Nah, Minnesota Wildcats. Thanks for the $2.99 from Toon Down Under, making up for his disgraceful comment a few minutes ago. Everton fan Stephen says we look a better squad now and a better manager. Should be an interesting game against Newcastle. Stephen, I know you're a regular contributor to the channel. So, I don't mean you when I'm talking about the rest of the Scouse Mackems, by the way. Thank you for watching. John says, thanks for your hard work, guys. Great show. Off to bed for 4 hours. Plenty to talk about at work with the lads tomorrow.
4 hours sleep before work. Fuck that.
Oh, no.
Ringing sick.
Yeah. It's not fat, Paul. It's power. That's more like it. Yes. Listen, I didn't say I was fat. I'm 6'5", big bone. I'm a tall man.
As my big mate used to say, it was big. He used to always say, it might only be 4 inches, but I've got a massive hammer to hammer it in with.
No. Wow.
It's got power behind it.
Andy says Dan Burn was done at 3 p.m, but it took a few hours to get the shirt made special in 4 different countries for about £75,000. Yeah. Burn has definitely signed pictures. Yeah, we know. Thank you.
Someone's called me a celebrity. That's so funny.
God almighty.
That's brilliant. He's probably watching as well, so I'll give a shout out to Danny Kane. Thanks, mate. I'm definitely not a celebrity.
Is that not because they thought they'd watched you on SpongeBob or something?
Possibly. Or Rainbow.
Rainbow.
It could be Rainbow.
Ian said,
yeah.
Deck me eyes.
By the way, Crystal Palace have signed Luke Plange from Derby.
From Derby.
Could you imagine if it was an F instead of a P?
I hope he's well liked, or he's going to have some awful songs, isn't he?
Oh, he is, without a doubt. I wonder if he got
down
nicknamed
like a flange.
Plange, the Plange at school. In PE, he was crap at football, so they called him Well, he obviously wasn't crap at football, but maybe he was poor at cricket, which everybody is because they fall asleep. So, Plange, you flange, you should have hit that ball, man. Ian, that disturbs me greatly. That I buy nipple clamps, to be honest. The Toon Review nipple tassels. Why? Geordie Riffs, Paul, do my nipples look big in this? Yes, they do. Louis says he'd buy some as well. This is getting outrageous. I mean, I know it's late, but Christ on a bike.
It's demand.
This got so much more demand than I expected.
Yes.
It's amazing how you find out about your audience with a throwaway comment like that, isn't it?
I know. Yeah, it is. T-shirts with nipples drawn on would be pretty funny, to be fair. Cracking idea, says Gary. Toon tassels, says Louis. Bianca says, Geordie Riffs has great nipple stuff. I picked up a few clamps and chains. Thanks for the coverage, everyone. Great day. Well done, everybody involved. Thank you very much. Dan Byrne is quick for a big man. He is.
I don't understand that. John was talking about that earlier. He's not quick. He's not
big stride. He's got a big stride, hasn't he?
He is quick for his height, but we don't care about that because not everybody else is 6'7" on the pitch. But he's not that quick in comparison to other football players on the pitch with him. He's very good at positioning. In this Aguero clip that everybody keeps posting.
By the way, I've seen that. What a touch!
Yeah, he's just very, very aware. He's positioned well, and he's great first touch. It's not because he's rapid, because he's not rapid. He's just so we need to hope he's got his brain on and he's in the right positions.
There was a different one for pace. There was one where he was chasing someone back and he slid in from the side and hooked his foot around and tackled him.
That's a long hook, isn't it? So
exactly. So it might make him look fast, but he can actually reach further than any other player can actually reach as well. It was the timing of the tackle was brilliant, but it doesn't make him quick, like you said. It was just unbelievable.
It's like Fernandez. Fernandez is the slowest player probably in the squad, but he's just so positioning, timing, experience. He's just got it.
This concerns me. Susan is obviously modern backstage, and she's onto it. Susan makes the merch or designs the merch, so I'm actually scared. Well, I'm certainly not. Craig says, which signing are you most happy about with?
It's got to be Bruno. Without a doubt. Has to be. To get someone at that class, his age, can walk into any team in the Premier League. He's going to transform our midfield like we've discussed so many times. He's definitely the marquee signing that the club wanted. And he's young.
Can somebody check? My mum, who was a Sunderland fan, has just texted me asking, is it right that Defoe signed for Sunderland?
Yes.
There's a pic of his car at the stadium.
Can you just reply and say we don't care?
Yeah.
Listen, unfortunately, half my family are Markham's Baz. I don't have a,
You do have a choice. You disown them.
Oh, Jonathan Clare messaged me at 10:05 saying, "Can I come on call so I get the link, mate, please?"
So
10:05.
Jonathan Clare, yeah. I've only seen it.
And then she's texted me saying, "Have you got Lingard yet?"
Disown them. Disown them. They're just rubbing it in.
I saw someone on Twitter going, obviously in Mackham, saying that because they got Defoe, it kind of wiped out all of our transfers, and I was just like, you can't be that deluded. Like, I don't believe it. Like, I don't believe that deluded.
I'm just genuinely sick, though. I think that's a problem.
That is honestly, it was terrifying that actually someone believed that, and I was like, oh, okay, you go for it.
Defoe pisses all over our transfer.
Yeah, it was
that's
just
brilliant.
Like, it made us laugh. So,
oh man.
Do we know
I kind of forgive Defoe. I kind of forgive his Mackhamness because the way he treated that poor young lad.
He'll always have respect for that.
I don't want to type Sunderland in my search bar. I don't want it in my history.
Yeah.
Funkenstein thinks that nipple clamps should be part of the new kit. Wow.
Oh my God.
Imagine St James's camera pans around and all the topless Geordie blokes with nipple clamps on.
I mean, their official account hasn't posted something with Defoe on it.
I've just worked it out as well. The nipple clamp will have like a chain that goes on it. It'll have TR.
Well, actually, perhaps it'll be TTR, but I know it's late, mate. Why am I grabbing me nipples for? Why am I doing that?
And then an R and TTR. It'll work well.
Burnwood, Joe Linton, we got some monsters for set pieces.
Yes, we have. With Trippier delivering them as well.
What was that?
The bat's back.
What was what? No, it was
the bat's back.
It wasn't the bat. It was a little fly. Kept on tickling me. No, just horrible. Whitley Bay Warriors. A few Canadians played over there. Mike Babcock. Yes, he did. He was a very good player for Whitley Bay. And he went on to coach the NHL. Indeed, he did. Body paint shirt? No.
I mean, you got one or the other. You can't have both.
Well, yeah. Reports are saying Connor Cody is pacing down the M1. Ian says nipple clamps probably less painful than watching the last 10 minutes of a Newcastle game.
True.
See, I think that's what they should be for. People can take them to the game with them, and then when we're 1-0 up in the dying 5 minutes.
I don't want to say this around the stadium. People with Toon review nipple clamps, like it's.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but did you not bring this up?
No.
Who did? I think it wasn't me.
Have you seen some of the people that attend games? Like, it's not something that you want to see.
That's fair enough. Jack says, I'm a large and I bought a large and it fits perfectly. But I still also play football, so maybe you need a footballer's physique.
What are you saying about me then?
Well, I've got an ice hockey player's physique. Well, I used to have before I got me one pack.
I've got a round one.
Oh, boy.
I mean, Jade, without being sort of, you know, why would it be bigger? I mean, why? You know, I mean, yours doesn't fit, mine doesn't fit, everybody's doesn't fit, apart from. So, is he saying we all need to have footballers' physiques?
I think you just call them we're all fat, if I'm honest.
Ian says, Geordie Riff spin-off, Geordie Nips. No. No.
If you want to get into another market, you could do Geordie Spliffs.
Unbelievable. Guys, if you are enjoying the show, please do hit the like button. I've no idea why, but please do. And if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button. It's been a long day today. We've put some great shows on for you. This one's more of just a chill-out laugh show now because the heavy stuff's all done. We need to just relax for the last part of the show and have a good laugh. And talk about various nipple clamps and stuff like that. So please do become a member of the Toon as well. You just have to hit the join button. If it's not there, please do go down in the description and you will find the link down there. And also, if you'd like to donate to the channel, like so many wonderful people have today, please hit the $sign at the bottom of the live comments and it'll take you through that way. And a big shout out to our sponsors, Geordie Nips,
Geordie Spliffs.
Yeah, it's Geordie Riffs, by the way. I just thought I'd try.
Can you not while I'm taking a drink, Baz? Jesus Christ, man.
Professional guitar repairs and servicing. You get 10% off your first guitar repair, 10% off your first
guitar
setup,
lesson.
and
setup.
Also, I've been thrown off. And also, they'll offer you your first lesson free of charge. Their link to the website is down below in the description. They're also on Facebook and Twitter. Jade has to leave us, unfortunately. Thank you for coming back, Jade, and we hope you come back very soon.
It was a pleasure. Absolutely. Thank you very much, my friends.
See you soon.
Bye.
Good night, Dave.
Can I just say, though, Geordie Spliffs in America would be huge.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah.
So you should be on that.
Yeah.
And also, with the nipple clamp thing, I mean, I feel with Mr. Trick not going for the West Ham reserve goalkeeper, Aviola. I went there.
Yeah, you did. You went. Yeah, you did. Holy cow. Mark Walsh, welcome to the family for becoming a new member, matey. Thank you so much. Shane, thanks for your $7.99. Anyone else see Mason Greenwood? Oh, no, I can't read that. The
authorities are dealing with it. He's been arrested. They've had extra time to question him. He's going to get what he's deserved. So let's just leave that to the authorities and stuff like that. Let's talk about football.
Chris says for me to stay off the pies. Well, no.
Pies are nice.
That's what happens when you get tops off DHgate. I don't. Excuse me, mine came from the club shop. Thank you very much. I'm not called Barry.
There's nothing wrong with DHgate, you know.
Exactly.
You do realise that it's children making them for you, Dan.
Our tops fit, so we've got no problems. Just get yours from DHgate instead. Definitely fit them.
That's just sizest. It's just sizest. James says, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for today. You've provided me and the rest of the office with so many laughs. Also, Castoria sizes are tiny. I'm 6'2" and dad bod. Exactly. That's what I have. The dad
Billy's
bod.
got a dartboard behind him. You can print off a Man United crest and put that on there.
Have a chance.
That fish guy says, just in from work, did we sign anyone?
Yes.
Danielle, would you like to tell everybody who we signed today?
Yeah.
Don't be too enthusiastic about it.
I'm just tired. Dan Burn, official, which was coming close to the line. Like, to be fair, I was thinking, oh my god. Who else have we signed?
Target.
Oh yeah, Matt Target. Oh.
Everyone forgets about Matt Target.
I know, I forgot that was used on one of my loans, to be fair.
Brilliant.
Ian Skinner, thanks for the £5 super chat, matey. What a day. Standing ovation for the Toon Review and World of Sport for such excellent coverage. Very much appreciated. Thanks, mate. By the way, it's just been announced that Barcelona have signed Aubameyang.
Yes,
so he is now a Barcelona player. He played for Barcelona.
They could have a front three of Luke de Jong, Braithwaite, and Aubameyang. That's so weird.
It's not exactly what you'd expect. It's not your average Barcelona front line, really, is it?
No.
If you asked Barcelona fans 5 years ago, what's your front three going to look like? Nobody in the world would guess that three.
Definitely not. Is Hendrik to QPR official yet? I haven't heard anything, actually.
I haven't heard anything either, to be fair. It's actually quite worrying. But against a loan, it could take another 2 weeks.
That can happen later. So.
How are the lads from Ireland? Buzzing for our future. Can't wait to win the league. Oh, my goodness me. Paul, if you can't get the nipple clamps, you can have my spare jump leads for your fetish. It's not a fetish of mine at all. I can absolutely guarantee. And there's no way I'd put jump leads on. Hell's teeth. Just had to drive to work. Who else have we signed? Nobody. Dan Byrne has come in if that's a bit later. Would Paul in his Toon top look like Bella Remberg dressed like Wonder Woman? That is a crazy thing to get in your head, to be honest. Adrian's a 3XL, but had to go up 2 sizes. So there you go.
That's bad.
3XL having to get into a 5. It's not right. I mean, I preferred obviously the Adidas tops fit with lovely fit. So was to be fair, so was Puma actually. Didn't have a problem with their fits either.
I do like the Adidas.
Yeah,
that was what we had when I was young. I've got the old black leather Adidas boots that Shearer had. Yeah, I do like the Adidas stuff.
Byrne joins on a 2.5-year deal. Good signing for us and great for him. But you can tell with deals like he and Wood, it's definitely short term, not long term. Listen, if they perform fine, then they're gonna stay. You know what I mean? Castoria body shaming people. It's disgraceful. I agree 100% with that comment. I got one from last week for my son, 5XL, and it fits perfectly. That's his son.
Jan is 74 today or yesterday.
You what?
It was Jan's 74th birthday, or the yesterday or today.
Oh, happy birthday, Jan.
Could be any age, couldn't he?
Yeah, that's very well. Yeah, that's true. Actually, I wouldn't have thought he'd be a child.
Yeah,
just on the Anyway, a Toon shirt should be sized to
fit Toon people. I think that's meant to say.
Oh right.
Yeah, fit Toon people.
Yeah. That's all, folks, says Max with a carrot. Stop trying to damage the Chinese job market. International incident, says Mike. How the F did Rangers sign Ramsey? We should have got him. It's a strange one there, Danielle, isn't it? Seeing Ramsey go up there.
It is strange, but then I'm not surprised by it, really. Because I think there's not much competition in that league, is there? It's just Rangers and Celtic, and that's that. So it's not like a massive thing, like massive pressure for him. It's an easy payday.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think I don't really like Scottish football, if I'm honest. So I don't really care what happens in Scotland.
True. Julie says, shush, it's Paul's birthday tomorrow. Do not put, I repeat, do not. Okay. Well, don't. I'm only 32.
I'm in Europe, so technically it's your birthday now for me because it's past midnight for me.
That was the best moment ever on transfer deadline day.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. He got proper annoyed, though, didn't he?
Oh, he did. We wouldn't use someone put a dildo in here. What are you trying
Every Friday night, Barry. Every Friday night.
Yeah, but not when you're trying to commentate live on Sky Sports, mate.
No.
What you do in your own personal time, hey, crack on.
I just realised what I said there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's far too late. It's far too late.
And far too true.
Late. Chloe wants to know, do you think we will stay up with this team?
Yes.
Yes.
Fantastic window, says John's back door.
Oh man, there's too many things like that.
Almighty Jesus.
Oh Jesus. I didn't even realise that till you read it as well.
I know. People saying happy birthday, but it's not midnight yet over here, guys. It's not. Obviously, Target can't play against Villa. That's a good point as well. He can't.
Is that in the contract, though?
They're not allowed
It's
to.
I'm sure it will be if they're on loan.
No, they have to put it in the contract. It's not just a given, is it?
I'm sure there won't be that.
I think it is now. Yeah, I think after the Luar one, but
yeah, you can't play against
the winner. I think you can't do it now. No.
I thought it was just a contract thing. I didn't think it was just a rule.
It's rules. It is the rule. Yeah.
Which I don't agree with that one.
To be fair, it didn't used to exist, that rule. If you were on loan at the club,
I think there's been recent situations where it's happened, but it might have been European clubs against each other as opposed to the same league.
Definitely Premier League can't. Definitely not. I tell you what, guys, it's been some day, and hats off to you all for today's coverage. Legendary. Thank you very much. Happy birthday, Paul, for tomorrow. Thank you. Sean's given it an 8 out of 10 for the window. Chloe has a migraine. Get well soon, Chloe. Are we hanging on till 1? No, we're not. I can categorically say that.
Liverpool's move for that young lad, Fabio Carvalho, is off.
That's Fulham player.
So, ha. Sorry, Liverpool.
I love the sincerity.
I mean, you want a title. You can take the ha-has, can't you?
Jeff Hendricks QPR looks like it will get done, just awaiting confirmation.
Oh, good. At least he's sensible and wants to go and play football, unlike Kieran Clark and Jamal Lewis.
Yeah, well, to be fair, if you're Kieran Clark and you're offered Middlesbrough, I mean, you know.
To be fair, though, that's his level.
It's a wee little place in.
Yeah, but it's his level now, isn't it?
I guess.
He needs to accept it.
Yeah, great coverage through guys throughout the day. Gutted with our final day of business, though, 2 out of 10. Overall, with Trippier and Gomares, it's a 7 out of 10 at best.
What? So what's today's business? Burn and Target. Is that a 2 out of 10? It's a bit harsh.
I feel like we've sold more than 2 players, and we haven't, have we? It's been 2 players, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, Gomares is technically didn't get announced until this morning, wasn't it? Or am I just being absolutely crazy? Was it yesterday?
Yes.
I can't even remember. It's. I don't even know what day we're on these days, to be honest with you. But you can't complain for a whole window. We signed 5 players. It's been incredible.
Gareth says there's no announcement on Dele Alli yet. I'm sure that have we? Interesting.
Have they not announced it?
I've not seen anything along the bottom.
Actually, I haven't either, to be fair.
Oh, no, it is going along the bottom. Premier League to complete signing of Dele Alli from Tottenham.
Yeah.
But that's not confirmed, though, is it?
It's not confirmed yet,
to complete it. It's not actually.
That's true.
I mean, the Premier League may say, no, Everton, you can't have Dele Alli. Send him to Newcastle.
I mean, they might not have done the paperwork in time. That's what happened to this Fabio Carvalho. Apparently, the medical was done in Liverpool, but paperworks were not fully signed before the deadline.
Gosh.
Yeah, it was a race against time. So maybe the Ali's the same.
Yeah, possibly.
That'd be a shame, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Scouse Mackhams.
Yeah. Boo. Roy's in the house. Greeting, lads and lasses. I'm satisfied with the window. Really hoped we got Lingard, but it's not meant to be. But let's be thankful. Imagine if Ashley was still there. How are the lads?
No one would be down.
Yes,
Exactly. The league.
Yeah. Matthew says he's just ordered 5 Castoria shirts, and I'm making him worried.
You should be able to make 1 shirt out of 5. You'd be laughing.
Keep your receipt.
Yeah, keep your receipt. That's all I'll say is just make sure you've got a receipt. But if you've bought a 5XL and it doesn't fit, you're screwed. Which a lot of people are finding out very, very quickly. Devon says, I'm happy with the business. We've done 5 new players. It was very frustrating to not get Diego Carlos over the line, but I'm sure we have the additions to keep us up.
I really want Sevilla to lose like the next 5 games in a row now.
I love this side here, Alex. I love it.
And Man United every game ever again.
It's just because they've been unreasonable. I'm happy to be respectful, but they've,
And Lille.
If we inquired after the first or second bid, they'd have just gone, no, sorry, we're keeping him. But they didn't do that. They dragged it out. Same with Botman to a degree. It's the messing about that's it's annoying. It's unprofessional.
I mean, Danielle, I mean, you haven't been too happy with Man United today.
No, I'm too exhausted now to even go back there.
I'm literally on my last legs now.
I still despise him with every inch of me being. So I still wake up every morning and hope that a boulder has gone through Old Trafford. But, we can always hope.
Jesus Christ.
Via Sunderland, obviously.
Alpha Zinger says, I got a Castoria shirt and you can see the outline of my rolls.
Brilliant.
Oh, God.
Dave says, I'm not overweight, I'm under tall.
I'm under tall.
Yeah. Listen, guys, we're going to end the show there because everybody is absolutely knackered. It's obviously after midnight where Alex is as well. We've put in a hell of a shift for you today. There's nothing more going to come out for Newcastle United in the transfer window, to be quite fair.
Swear to God, if they announce that Ali failed and something, God,
say that again.
I'm just you've made me nervous about the Dele Alli deal now because there were lots of rumours about what was going on with it's not been finalised, has it? So unless they're just making a silly video for him, which is possible.
If it does fail, can we put that what's it called? Reface. If Paul laughing. Can we put that out and just tag them in it? Please.
Go for it.
Do that.
But I'm just doing mental gymnastics to see if it's even possible now. If he's failed the medical and we've agreed pre-11 o'clock, can we then apply for special dispensation? It sounds like it's an absolute long shot, but
to be fair, if it's a loan, it can go on for another 2 weeks. It's permanent silence that shot now, isn't it?
No, I tell you, it's a permanent move.
Premier League
if we went for so it's only foreign loans we can do.
No, we can't loan anybody now. Teams in the Championship, lower league can.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure someone said before that we can have another 2 weeks in the loan market, but I must have heard things.
We can loan out. We're not loaning.
We can loan out.
Right, we can loan out. Fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, if the paperwork's been submitted to the Premier League, it's pretty much a done deal.
As a player returned to Brighton on loan, you're not going to believe when I tell you what his name is. But his name is actually Billy Arce. A-R-C-E.
Shut up.
Honestly.
Oh, fantastic.
Check out North Stan Siegel's latest tweet.
Christ almighty.
That you've got him, haven't you?
Oh, man.
Anyway, that is the end of the show. That is the end of the marathon that has been transfer deadline day. If you have enjoyed tonight's show, guys, please do hit the like button for us. If you're new to the channel, as usual, you like what you see, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Also, subscribe to World of Sport TV as well. Their link is in the description below. We've really worked hard to put this on for you today throughout since 10 o'clock this morning when we kicked it all off. We are absolutely knackered, it's fair to say now. However, we've thoroughly enjoyed doing this for you today. Big thank you to everybody that's come on the shows, crossed over both channels. A massive shout out to all the mods from both channels who've done an absolutely wonderful job all the way through the day. You're absolute stars behind the scenes.
Can we do it again in summer?
No. Well, we will actually, yes.
The summer will be different. All the business will be done early.
All before the deadline day.
Yeah, we'll be sitting on deadline day with bloody speedos on and everything, and it'll be fantastic. Dugout channel, thank you very much, Doug. Brilliant from start to finish. Congratulations, thank you. The mods don't get much recognition because they're not on the screen, but they do a fantastic job behind the scenes. So thank you to each and every one of them from both channels. You've been absolute stars today. Thank you to everybody that's donated to the two channels. It has been an incredible response from you guys, and some of the donations have been absolutely incredible. But then again, if you've donated 79 pence or whatever, it doesn't matter. Your kindness is absolutely outstanding. So we all thank you so much for doing that. It's been absolutely fantastic to bring it to you. He is hoping now that the signings we've got will keep us in the league, but there will be loads more shows coming from both channels. We'll be back tomorrow night on here at 8:30 with the fan forum, where we'll be talking about the deals. We'll be talking about how Eddie Howe might line up the team against Everton and such like. So it should be a great show. And like I say, World of Sport, it'll probably have plenty of shows coming up. 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock tomorrow. We've got Warren Barton on to talk through the transfer window.
He's always a good watch. So go and join that one to see Warren Barton in action. But that is it, guys. We have come to the end. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Stay safe.